everyone. Welcome to KOB Podcast. I am your host, LaNija Barber, and I have two other hosts with me.
Denzel Russell.
And Veronica Smith.
Today's podcast is going to be on cyberbullying.
And our first topic, what we got?
The first topic is going to be a statistic. It's about, the statistic is about 37% of young people get bullied. 30% of that 37 happens more than once. So my question to you is, how do you feel about that?
I feel like it's kind of inevitable that bullying would happen. I think it's just a matter of how the parents of the children handle the issue. I believe because there is no safeguard for the children to be checked on about the issue, to make them check on them mentally. How do you feel that happened to you, and ensure that your child has confidence, so that it really don't bother them that somebody bullied you, because you're gonna pass by somebody every day, whether it's cyber or on the street. Somebody gonna have an opinion about you. But it's about how you take it in, and how you can turn it around, what it'll do to you, or really not bother you at all.
Okay. And you, do you think that percentage is low, high? How do you feel about it as well?
I feel like it's high, and I feel like it's people that should do something about it, because the 30% more that gets bullied more than once.
Right.
They continue to get bullied because nobody stands up and does something about it.
Okay.
So I feel like more people should stand up and do something about it.
More people should stand up and do something
But
about
what
it.
would that look like? What would somebody actually do? Because you can't control, what somebody types.
On the internet.
What somebody types on the internet.
I got something to say. I feel like there's people out there, for example, he's getting bullied. All right. And if he's getting bullied, and how can I put this? He's getting bullied. All someone had to do is just go to the bully and just sit there and be the friend and just sit there and see what's going on. Break down to them and tell them tell them about themselves and tell them how they acting.
How do you think?
So you're saying it's a reason as to why they're bullied?
Yeah, it's a reason. It's a reason to everything. So you have to see what their reason is.
So
you have to break it down. See, you break
That
it down.
makes sense.
Why are you doing this? What makes you feel like you could do this to this person?
like an open council, a discussion.
That's
Okay.
the issue about cyber, though, because everyone has the time.
Yeah,
and
that's
there's
another
no
thing. Yeah, the
yeah,
time is
memes is big,
yeah. You
Memes,
can do anything behind a computer.
man, and it's
create
everybody
anything.
think it's comedy. It's comedy.
Yeah.
To
They get a
talk about something.
sense of humor about it. So I'm gonna pose another question that's not on our list. How do y'all be affected by it personally? If you do, and if you don't, if you know somebody, how do they get affected personally by cyberbullying?
I don't think I've been affected personally.
Okay. Do you know anyone who has?
I would say I could be more accountable with society and saying, if I see it, to address it. Yeah, like he was saying, to see it, to address it, because I think I lack that. I think everybody lacks, making it being accountable, making someone else accountable for bullying. There are things you can report a bully. That's that's something that's not really said, to report a bully if you see it.
I feel like it's an all-around thing. It's bigger than what we think. So, say, for example, I could be a millionaire, right? I could have a blueprint for all you guys to sit there and be a millionaire.
Right.
But it's this one particular person bullying me, and I don't want to come out the house, and I can get you guys the guidance and the education. And I feel like if it's enough people to sit there and just stick up and say something, that's blocking up. I feel like if people was to sit there and be a leader and speak up, you would never know your blessings. This person could turn around and be able to help you get through, whatever you going through. So I feel like if everyone to sit there and be their self, just be yourself.
That's a
and
big
do
one.
what's right. You know that bullying is not right. So you got to be a weak individual not to sit there and not to say nothing about it. So if you just sit there and just like be yourself and just can't nobody hurt you
Yeah.
about telling them about themselves. They shouldn't be able to. You just
Yeah.
speak.
So if you wear Rockaway, just wear Rockaway. Don't try to fit in.
So what's the best thing to? I think also, but if you give bullying, I guess I'm gonna be the villain on it though. But if you give bullying too much attention, it's kind of like the more you feed into it, the more you fuel a fire. But if you ignore it, it's kind of like, man, they not giving me the attention, and eventually it go. But I also see what you saying that if you make them accountable, it makes them check up on check
It can
on.
make a change for many people. It can make an impact. Like say, if I was scared to come out the house, and I could have a blueprint, I could have information that could help this whole community. But I'm scared of one person. I can't come out to. I'm scared to come out the house to sit there and tell you guys, like say I'm
So you saying that bullying could hinder?
It could hinder people, like help people. Like you never know, this could be the next person to help you.
Mhm.
But at the same time, we watching him get bullied.
But
He done
see, is
killed
that a
himself.
self problem? Well, if it got to
Let
that.
other
Okay.
people say
Let me
something.
get a couple of these other hands in here. I seen you right here, Dion.
I wanted to say what he was saying, how people need to be themselves. I feel like a lot of people scared to be themselves
Mm-hmm.
because they scared they gonna get bullied. Because especially nowadays, like everybody want to keep a certain image. You feel me? So like they want to keep a certain image so that they can feel accepted by everybody, but they not really like how they trying to be. They trying to
I
like
agree with
somebody
that.
else, and like some people can see through it, some people can't. You feel me? So like, and that's why they like. And that relates to bullying because they don't want to. If they feel like, oh yeah, I like this, I do this.
Yeah.
These people, they gonna. I can't relate to these people, so they gonna. I gotta act like I'm like them,
Yeah.
So.
Can I grab one of these? One right here in the gray.
I feel like bullying of any form, like cyberbullying or regular bullying, I feel like that number, what you said 37%.
Yep.
I feel like that number will keep increasing because people that's getting bullied or bystanders, they ain't gonna say nothing about it. And that people that bully just gonna keep doing it because nobody's saying nothing to them or nothing like that.
Okay. That opposed to my next question. My next question is over 60% of young people get bullied witness bullying on the internet but never say nothing. So can you give me anybody, can y'all open up a conversation about what is it the reason why we stay back and watch and never actually intervene or actually get into it and try to stop it? Can I go right here with Malcolm?
It's basically about like people adapting to their environment because people feel like if somebody else getting bullied and they say something, then they gonna be trying to get bullied too. So like that's like all of us went to the same school. If somebody was in our crowd getting bullied, we just gonna sit there and watch. You feel me? Because we don't want to adapt to our environment and say something to it because we just gonna be like following to him, trying to bully him as well. So like it's all about what you adapt to.
So it's more like somebody else's how they view you.
Yeah, like how other people view you. Like
Okay.
what Leon said, like basically an image. You gotta portray something that you're not. So a lot of people do that. That's why a lot of bullies portray that what they're not either.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to you in the gray, and then I need somebody from here to go to.
I feel like the bystanders don't think it's their problem though.
Yeah, I feel like we got a lot of that going on as well.
Yeah.
Come here.
I feel the same thing. I feel the same way because certain people's like if you see a bully, if somebody else see a bullying, they not gonna care because they figure it's not their problem, so they gonna keep it moving. But if I was them, I will do what Tay said and come up and see what's the problem and what was the point of him starting to bully this person.
So another question: do y'all think if y'all intervene or try to stop a bully in his actions, that it'll reflect back on you, or he'll start targeting you per se?
I can feel like it could work both ways. Even if you strong enough to sit there and go up and tell him about it, you strong enough. I feel like you should be strong enough to sit there and go about and handle him, because it's not like you're trying to sit there and be aggressive.
Right.
Like, I'm trying to help you. Like, I'm like, when someone's aggressive to you, let them be aggressive. Like, go ahead and do it. You got it. But at the same time, we gonna get back to, me trying to help you and stuff. Like, let them be aggressive, and then let them know what your point is at the end of the day. I'm still here to help you. Like, I'm here,
Okay.
Yeah, that's where like a calm answer makes a calm resolution.
Don, right there. You had something on this?
No, he said I was just gonna. He said what I was gonna say.
Okay, that's cool. Any one of my hosts before I move on?
Yeah, Yeah, I think there's just more so it's the power that you give a bully. I think in all it was saying the power that you give a bully is not the bully's power. It's how the society is going to give him that amount of power and how you're going to take it.
Yeah, I also think it's your personal power too, because if you have to have a certain amount of self-esteem, you feel me, a certain amount of energy to be able to put out there for somebody to feel that confidence within yourself to actually, you know, get away from that setting.
Which is important for parents to build confidence.
That self-esteem goes into my next topic about cyberbullying. It's young people are at greater risk of suicide and self-harm. Have y'all ever witnessed or have been a part of somebody who was bullied on the internet, or somebody who witnessed somebody getting bullied on the internet and it actually became physical harm to that person?
I knew somebody that got bullied, and I knew somebody that got cyber bullied before. And what he did was, you know what I'm saying, the person that was bullying him, he was afraid because he didn't know what the person was gonna do, or you know what I'm saying, he didn't know what was gonna happen off what they was doing on the internet. He didn't know what was going on, so he was just scared, and he just deleted and just powered his phone.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I got one thing. Well, I kind of know about like a bully situation that happened. Like it started out with someone about his age, and someone, and you know, after you know he basically someone around his age. He done went to freshman and he didn't get into it with another person. So you could use him as an example, and he didn't end up like, you know how you be going back and forth like beefing and stuff, but you know, one brings a gun to school and kills him, you know, over bullying because he felt like, you know, he was bullying him, like a situation like that.
Okay.
Like I done seen the situation like that actually happen in real life.
Truth be told, at one point in time, I used to participate in it. It was a group that we had in school, you know, a basketball team group. And we used to have a little group chat online, you know, on Facebook Messenger or whatever the case may have been. And it was this particular character, you know, he was on the team with us and he used to hoop with us. But he always used to not dress the way we dressed and not hoop the way we hooped. He was too aggressive. He was like the energetic one out the group. And we used to be in a group chat like on him bad, like casing him. And it was a point of time that I realized like, nah, that ain't the way to go. You feel me? So it was like I had a one-on-one conversation with him, set him down, and I learned some stuff from him. I learned how his life was going. I learned his background and stuff like that. And I actually got to know that person. And now, like, growing up and, you know, out of high school and stuff like that, we actually close, we cool, you know, we kick it, we play the game. But during the time I didn't, I was unconscious of his pain and the stuff that he went through.
You don't understand him,
exactly.
What he had going on.
Exactly.
You take time to understand people. You will sit there. It's all about understanding and communication.
Yeah, it taught me a big lesson on, you know, how to just not judge somebody by their appearance about
understand
what they do.
Got going on to see.
For sure.
That's good character.
The last one is about online cyberbullying as well, but it's self-building cyberbullying. So like you see something online and then you portray it on yourself and you start to self-inflict and stuff like that. I want to know, have anybody here personally self-inflicted on some stuff that they'd have watched or some stuff that caught they brain and, you know, stuck with them that made them like start bullying themselves, like stuff like that?
Honestly, subconsciously all the time. When you think about body image, when you think about their background, their lifestyle, what they're spending on, and you just look at yourself and like, oh wow, I don't got that body type, I don't have that, you know, I don't have that lifestyle, and you just kind of like put more pressure on yourself when you don't think about, I'm an individual, you know, you don't think about yourself, you think about you trying to put on what they have. So I think subconsciously everyone does.
Just one more quick statement from the audience and then we're gonna have to wrap things up. Anybody else have anything on this topic? Anybody want to get any last words in? Okay, with that being said and announced, I would like for you guys to stay seated and thank you for coming to the podcast with Kids Off the Block.
Thank you.